Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to learn how to make jump rings at home, and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today I'm going to teach you how to make jump rings at home. So I use aluminum wire for a lot of my jewelry. And the reason I use aluminum wire is it doesn't tarnish and it's very lightweight. So I get my aluminum wire at the hardware store. I go to the welding section and I get the 0.8 millimeter welding wire. Aluminum welding wire. See, aluminum. Okay. And then today for the jump rings, you're also going to need a knitting needle. Now, you can just go to your local thrift store or crafting store, or you may even already have a stash of knitting needles. I have a stash of knitting needles because if you're familiar with this, with my other channel, which I'll put a link in the description, I do knitting and crocheting as well. So I'm using a 3 3/4 millimeter knitting needle today. So that's how wide my jump rings will be. You'll need your snips. They're also called flush cutters. And then a little tray to catch your jump rings. Okay, so let's get started. This is going to be a super fast video because this is so easy. It's so easy, you're going to just shake your head why you haven't been doing this the whole time. Okay, so you take your wire, you put it on your knitting needle, and you just start twirling it on your knitting needle. Okay, and you're going to do this for however many jump rings you're going to want. And you want those coils nice and tight. And we're going to just do this for as long as we want, for as many jump rings as we want. I am currently making some charms, which I'm adding to my mystery scoop or my journal scoop or my crafting scoop, whatever you want to call it. I'm crocheting up some little flowers and I'm making them into charms. I also have used these charms on earrings, which I believe I have a tutorial on how to make the earrings in my playlist. And yeah, so jump rings, you use all kinds of jump rings in all kinds of jewelry that you make. So you can never really have enough jump rings. So once you find the size knitting needle to be the right size jump ring, you can, like I said, make tons of these. Now, one question people have for me on occasion is how do you harden them? Well, really, the smaller your jump ring, the less likely you will need to harden it. But if you do want to harden it, you would take, let me just grab it. You would take your hammer. Now, my hammer has two ends. I have a metal end and a nylon end. You would just hammer with your nylon end because you don't want to flatten the wire, but it does harden it up. And you would be using, by the way, metal knitting needles, okay? If you use a plastic one, you're not going to get it nice and hardened like you would if you are using a metal one. So you just do this for as long as you want. When you've got enough, you just cut it. Okay. I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay, so see, that's where I cut. I'm just going to take my hammer, give that a little okay, and then where I started is sticking out quite a bit. Again, I'm just going to cut that, and you always put your finger, you don't want your finger in where it'll get cut, but just over top so nothing flies away. Okay. we'll do the same. Make sure you're using the nylon side. And we're just gonna give that some hammers down. And like I said, we want to make sure it's nice and coiled tight together. Okay, now we'll slip it off our knitting needle. And this is where our tray comes in handy. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to that opening there. And we're just gonna start snipping. Okay, and then you will get your jump rings. So they just need to be broken up. See? There you go. You'll have a jump ring. Just like you buy at the store. And you always bend them sideways. You see how this side, I don't know if you can see it. You see how this side is a little bit flat? And if you don't want that, just go in with your snips and just take that very edge off if you want. And then you have two flat sides, and then when you bend them together, you would just bend them. I can't do it with my fingers. But they would come together. And there you go, guys. You just cut up all this. And you're going to have a whole bunch of jump rings. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Check the description for all kinds of goodies. I'll put a link to the crochet flower tutorial that I'm making into charms. I'll put a link for the earrings I made with those charms. Yeah, there'll be all kinds of good links in the description. So check it out. And leave a comment. I would love to know where you're watching me from. Are you from Delaware? Are you from Canada like me? Are you from England? I have, on my other channel, I have a lot of viewers from the UK, Denmark, Holland. Yeah, I would love to know where you're from. Just leave a comment in the description telling me where you're from. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.